Hello everyone, welcome back to EduPrep YouTube channel. Student, in this channel we provide you with all sort of exam related videos. So if you have not yet subscribed our channel, do subscribe it and don't forget to press the bell icon to get our regular notifications. Well student, in today's video we are going to discuss one of the most important another most important topic, and the topic is idioms and phrases. So this is gonna be a series, and here we have the part one of idioms and phrases, right? Okay, but before we start with the session, it is important to understand what idioms and phrases are. As I have already mentioned you in the last video, that phrases are basically a set of words. But now the question is, what are idioms? Let us first understand what idioms are. Well, student, an idiom is a common word. Okay, so this is basically a common word, or you can say a phrase which means something different from its literal meaning but can be used frequently just to talk about something related to our day to day life, or in normal conversation. Okay, so because they mean completely different from what the word means, it becomes difficult for someone to identify the exact meaning, and this is the only reason examiners choose these phrases or idioms to give in the exam. Okay, then now it is important for us to understand the concept and the correct uses of idioms and phrases. Okay, without knowing a real meaning or the actual meaning, you won't be able to solve the question based on idioms and phrases. So this basically come in the section called synonym. Okay, or you can say vocabulary. This is basically a part of vocabulary because it also has some sort of meaning. Okay, but usually it comes in exam, in SSC exam, in bank also. But in bank you may find these phrases or idioms in RC also, and there you get stuck, because if you don't remember the meaning, if you don't know the meaning, you will not be able to comprehend that particular meaning of that particular idiom. So it is important for all of you to understand the correct uses and meaning of that particular idiom that have been given to you in the exam. Okay, so here in this session we are going to discuss idioms that are already most expected, and usually examiners pick these idioms to give in the exam. So it is important to understand what structures they usually carry and what meaning they usually carry. Okay, so here we are going to start with our first idiom, and the first word idiom given to us is a blessing in disguise. So, well, student, this particular word idiom is used to show something that seems bad. So, if I write, it shows you something. It shows you something, bad, or you can say unlucky. Okay, at you can say at first glance or at first sight. At first, okay, but result in something good. But eventually, it results in something good. Okay, that means a thing, or or an action that seems to be unlucky at first sight, but eventually or afterward it results in some good outcome. Clear? So let us first see the literal meaning of this particular idiom, and here the meaning is an apparent misfortune which is apparent. Okay, that eventually means afterwards or finally has good results. Am I clear? So something which shows you apparent misfortune, eventually it become a good result. Am I clear? So let us first understand it with an example so that this phrase becomes clear to you. Okay, so let me explain you with an example. uh, Here we have the example. Illness confined her to the home, which was a blessing in a disguise. Okay, what does it mean? That simply mean that uh, you know that her illness is a blessing for her, because maybe due to her illness now she is able to spend her quality time with her parents. Okay, so this become a blessing in disguise. Am I clear? So blessing in disguise simply means something which is bad or unlucky at first sight, but eventually or afterwards it becomes a blessing. Okay, it shows you some good outcome. Am I clear? Okay, now let's move to the second idiom of the session. A chip on your shoulder. So well, student, this phrase refers to the act of holding, anger, irritation, or you can say grudge. Okay, that holding a kind of anger or grudge that readily provoke you for disputation, and basically it is used to for a person who thinks too much of himself or feeling entitled. Means basically we use this phrase, means this idiom, either to refer the act of holding anger or grudge, or it can also be used for a person who thinks too much of himself, or when he feel entitled, when he feel ignored. Okay, so let me explain you with an example so that it become clear to you. Here is the meaning: an angry attitude from someone who feel unfairly treated. So if a person who is feeling entitled or unfairly treated, he may hold anger or grudge, and for this expression we use this phrase, a chip on your shoulder. Am I clear? Okay, now let us see the example. She still seems to have a chip on her shoulder about the argument she had with a friend last week. Okay, so what does it mean? It simply means that she still have she is still holding anger of that particular argument which she had with her friend last week. So basically, to show this kind of anger which she is holding with herself is denoted with this phrase, a chip on her shoulder. Am I clear? Okay, now let's move to the next idiom, a drop in the bucket or a drop in the ocean. Both can be given in the exam, okay, and both carry the same meaning. So well, student, this is very simple, and it simply means this shows you can say an effort, or you can say any action having very little or we can say influence. Okay, something or any effort or any action which has very little influence, or in other way you can say insignificant amount of something, insignificant amount of something. Okay, insignificant amount of something, or you can also say something of very small proportion, a small proportion of something. Okay, so I have mentioned you all the meanings so that it become clear to you. A drop in the bucket or ocean simply means an effort or an action which is very little, or which has very insignificant influence, or you can say a very small proportion of something. Okay, for example, let me explain with you an example so that it become clear to you. For example, if I write, let me write the sentence: the fundraiser did bring in some money, but it is a drop in the bucket or ocean. Okay, what does sentence mean? That simply means the small money is of insignificant amount. Okay, so this shows you insignificant amount or something of a very small proportion. Am I clear? So this I have already mentioned you. Now I'm going to erase this all so that I can give you the example clearly. Okay, and here is the meaning first. A very small or unimportant amount, or we can also write insignificant amount. Insignificant. Okay, something insignificant, or you can also say a small proportion, as I have just mentioned you before. Am I clear? Okay, now let's look at the example. I am glad Tony started repaying the money. So he started repaying the money. He borrowed from me, but the $5 he gave me yesterday is just a drop in the bucket. That simply means he must have borrowed. He must he must have borrowed a, a significant amount from the person, but now he is paying very insignificant or a very small proportion of that particular amount. Okay, just a $5. Am I clear? So we basically use this phrase to show something which is of a very small proportion, or something very insignificant or very small quantity or amount. Clear? Fine. Let's move to the next idiom, and the next idiom is a picture paints 1,000 words, and this is one of the most common expression that we typically use to express something, that state that a picture can convey information more effectively than words. Okay, and it means also the same. Here we typically says that a picture conveys ideas more effectively, more effectively than words. Okay, so that simply means that the ideas that a person reflect or that a person convey sometimes is more apparent, and sometimes a picture can give you the more clarity than a word. Okay, so here is the meaning. A visual presentation is far more descriptive than words. Visual presentation is far more descriptive, means a picture conveys more clear ideas than words. Okay, the more effective is the visual presentation or a picture. So here is the example. Such a beautiful portrait of a little girl. So that portrait is reflecting what? 1,000 words. That simply means that portrait is conveying you more clear ideas effectively, or you can say more descriptive than words. So for such kind of expression or for such kind of representation, we typically use this phrase just to mention or just to convey ideas which are more effective than words. Okay, so now here we have the last idiom of today's slide or video, and it is a piece of cake. So basically what it is, it means something easily achieved. That simply means something very easy, something easily done, or very simple work. Okay, so we typically use a piece of cake to express something or a kind of accomplishment that is very easy, or very easy task, or something that can easily be done, or a very simple work. Okay, so here we have the example. They said the test would be difficult. So earlier it was seemed to be difficult, but it was a piece of cake. I will pass with no problem at all. What does it mean? That the test for the person was seen to be a piece of cake. That means a very easy task. Okay, so I hope these idioms are clear to you. In the next video, we'll discuss more words similarly, and this is gonna be a series. So in the next video, we'll discuss more words and more expected words that definitely come in exam. Okay, so student, if you feel the session is impressive or fruitful to you, do like our session and don't forget to share with your friends. And here we have our telegram group. So if you wish to join us, here is the link. Okay, thank you for watching.